Welcome to my channel, All for Health with Jane. Family, we are still on the Senzo Meyiwa trial. Sergeant Mukula is still on the witness stand to be cross-examined by Advocate Ngumalo and Advocate Mnisi. So Advocate Ngumalo, in his cross-examination, he starts by reporting to the court that the report that he has about his client Mapisa, that is the nuchal swab report, says Mapisa is being excluded, meaning the report says it is negative. Mokola rectifies that by saying, according to her understanding, when it says excluded, it simply means they did not have enough nuchal swab to, or maybe sample. They did not have enough sample to do the test. And then from there, Advocate Mnisi is being given a chance to do his cross-examination. Family, he does that on the same nuchal swab report for his client. But before he could even go far, you know, tempers were very high. Family, I don't want to explain much about this. Maybe on the clip that I'm having here, just listen, watch, as tempers were flying very high between the three of them. Advocate Mnisi, the judge, you know, Sergeant Mukula on the other side, standing her grounds, saying, no ways, this is the position, and you're not going to lecture me on things that I already know. That was Sergeant Mukula. Family, let's watch and listen to this clip and comment at the end of this video.
Registrar to you, my lord.
Yes, I hear.
Yes. The matter stood down to today for cross-examination by Advocate Mnisi.
Okay. Yes, Mr. Mnisi. Is it Mr. Ngumalo first?
My lord, just one issue. I just want to address the court on one issue.
Oh, I see.
Yes. My lord, yesterday there is one proposition that I made. It is in connection with the buccal swabs. The buccal swabs were sealed, packed and sealed and forwarded to the forensic science laboratory. And they were analyzed by one of the witnesses, Captain Mamshe Definias Maseta.
Captain Ma?
Maseta.
Maseta.
Yeah, the report, my lord, is compiled and it is under Exhibit X12 of the record. So, there is a proposition that I made to the witness yesterday that the results were negative.
They were?
They were negative. And then the court suggested that the term that was used was inconclusive.
Yeah.
I just want to take the court to this paragraph of the report by Captain Maseta.
Yeah, fine.
Yes. My lord, it is at paragraph 4.1 of the report.
Yeah.
At page 4 of 5. It reads as follows. The donors of the following reference samples were excluded as the donors of the DNA on the swabs 1. 14 DCA H8988 in bracket PA40021500107 and head B presumable high friction area PA3000788535 Phosphorus CAS 636 of 10 2014 4.1.1 MZ Mapisa open bracket 19 dBA F0198 close bracket open bracket PA 400 4638062 and Mapisa Mthokoziseni open bracket 13 dBA D5906 close bracket, open bracket, PA 500 217 76171, close bracket. So it is upon that proposition, my lord, that the terminology that I used was that the results were negative. Hence, the right terminology that was used by the person who examined the records was that the swabs were excluded. I mean, the swabs that were taken from accused number 4, Mr. Meyiwa, were excluded. Yeah. So I think the correct terminology would be that they were excluded. So not that they were inconclusive.
Not that they were?
Inconclusive. They were excluded.
What's the difference, Mr. Malui? Excluded, not conclusive.
I think the witness did explain, my lord, that the reference sample can be read on certain loci.
That's it.
He said out of the 16 loci, he can be read in on 4 of those.
That's it.
And you know, those will be the first one, the gender, it can be read in there, and the second one, the one starting with D56818, that he can also be read there. So all in all, my lord, he said out of the 16 loci, he can be read in 4. So
in 4,
it doesn't mean that, well, in his language, it's either if they don't get a full house or a certain number of loci, it's either included or excluded, but it's the interpretation thereof, my lord, that is crucial.
Yeah, fine. So what's the problem, Mr. Ngumal?
There's no problem, but...
Oh, there's no problem. What are we talking about then?
There's no problem. It's just the use of the terminology.
It's inconclusive.
The use of the language.
It was used by him, not me.
It was used by him. They were excluded.
Yeah,
so they cannot be read.
He uses that terminology. You are saying negative.
Negative and
then he says they are excluded.
They cannot be read into the...
But the point is, your client cannot be said to be positively identified by the analysis.
Yes.
That's
yes.
cool.
Yeah, that is correct.
Okay.
Excluded. Thank you.
Yes, we are still under oath, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, Mr. Minister.
Is it please the court, my lord? Thank you, ma'am. I think on the last point, you would agree that the evidence that has been referred to by my colleague here on behalf of accused number 4 also relates to accused number 3, where the samples that you testified about having been collected from accused number 3, the end results thereof are that accused number 3 could not have been or is not linked with the samples that were collected in the house. I mean, with the evidence that was collected in the house.
In respect of accused number 3?
Yes.
My lord, what I was briefed by Brigadier Keninda, my lord, is that even though they may say it is excluded, my lord, it does not necessarily mean that they have never been into the house. This is what he has explained to me. It's just that it's like maybe the DNA was not enough for the analyst to come to that conclusion. This is what I understood when he told me.
Ngokufanayo ke naloku ummeli kaMmangalelwa wesine aqeda ke manje okhuluma ngako ukuthi yebo kunalobufakazi obathathwa ke lokubizwa ngokuthi ama swab la kuyena ke kuyoqhathaniswa ke nobufakazi noma ke libofuzo olatholakala kwindawo yesigameko nakumsolo wesithathu ke kukanjalo ukuthi ke akukho okwatholakala okushoyo noma ungathi ke kuwahlanganiswa nobufakazi obatholakala kwindawo yesigameko. Mina ke engakutshelwa uBrigadier Kininda ukuthi noma kungazange kutholwe ke okubahlanganisayo lokho akusho ukuthi babe ngekho khona lapha ukuthi nje lo owayecwaninga akazange athole okwanele ukuthi ahlanganiswe noma asho ke ngophelele ukuthi ngempela babe khona lapha kodwa lokho akusho ukuthi babe ngekho lapha yanendlini yiloko engakutshelwa uBrigadier Kininda.
Thank you, ma'am. You're just a messenger. I'm putting it to you that what we heard from Mr. Kininda is just a hogwash. It's just nonsense. The analysis, the experts are saying they are not linked. That's final. What I said to you is immaterial. But nonetheless, good morning, ma'am.
You are wrong. Please.
I'm not wrong, my lord. Mr. Kininda is not an expert.
Let's hear.
Well, to start with, my lord, I think the language that Advocate Nisi is employing is unacceptable. But secondly, what this witness is saying is perfectly in line with the expert said.
That's it.
Out of the 16 loci, he said that accused number 3 can be read in 7, of those 16. So it's a question of interpretation.
This is not a question of interpretation. I think the state misunderstands the reading of his own report. The final product of this report, my lord, is that the donors of the following reference samples were excluded as the donors of the DNA. What else must be understood by the term excluded?
Let's make progress. You can argue that later.
I'm putting to the
because
witness.
This witness is not an expert, an DNA analyst.
That is what I'm saying, my lord, that what he heard from Mr. Kininda does not make sense, which is why I'm saying it's nonsense. Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, Counsel.
Thank you. Now, before we proceed, let me bring the following to your attention. You could have been called by the state as a member of the South African Police Services, but the minute you enter that box as a witness here at court, you're regarded as an officer of the court. The duty that you have as you're standing here is the duty towards this court that involves honesty and sincerity. You are there to assist the court to come to a correct finding in this trial. You are not here to assist the state to win the case or to lose the case. Do you understand? Sincerity and honesty. Do you understand? Do you understand?
No, I don't understand.
Let me repeat again.
Because I don't need you to lecture me about that,
I'm not
because I
lecturing
know
you.
very well why I'm here. So you don't have you don't have authority to address me on that because I know why I'm here.
Ma'am.
And you leave the judgment to the judge. The judge is the one who's supposed to make a finding on what I have delivered into this court.
Ma'am, your duty, as you are standing.
Can Advocate needs to just get on with his cross-examination. The witness has said she's aware, she's duly aware why she's here. It would take us absolutely nowhere to keep on belaboring this point.
The state is wrong, my lord. This witness just said she does not understand me. So I wanted to simplify what I told this witness. Instead of the witness affording me the opportunity to repeat in simpler terms what I told her, then she started to lose temper.
I don't understand why you are putting that statement to me. That is what I don't understand.
There's nothing wrong with what I've said to you, ma'am, and please don't argue.
No, I'm not arguing.
Please don't argue.
I'm responding to what you're saying.
I just told you that as you stand there, you're standing there as an officer of the court. You're not there although we are working for SAPS, you are here to assist the court to come to a correct finding. And that involves the element of honesty and sincerity.
Is she working for SARS?
SAPS.
SAPS.
I don't say SARS. SAPS, South African Police Services.
But why should we have this lecture?
It's not a lecture, my lord.
No, you are lecturing him.
No, wait, Mr. This is perfectly correct.
This witness.
Yes.
How many times have you given evidence in court, ma'am?
Several times, my lord.
About how many? Can you estimate?
Probably, my lord, about, maybe 100 times.
Yeah. And each time you take an oath to tell the truth.
Exactly, my lord.
Yes, let's go on with the job,
It
please.
could be that each time she takes an oath.
That question is disallowed now. It's disallowed.
On what basis, my lord?
Because I'm the judge. It's disallowed.
That
Let's
is a
ask
very
questions.
unfair approach, my lord. That's a very unfair approach.
It's not an unfair approach. I've ruled that, please, cross-examine this witness. Don't lecture him.
This is not a lecture, my lord.
It is, according to me.
I've got a different understanding with the term lecture, my lord. But my aim is not to lecture this witness.
Can you
However, if
please
the court perceives what I'm saying as a lecture, then it's fine. I can't take the court.
If you don't have any cross-examination, fine.
Thinking. Thank you.
Family, let's meet in the comment section. Please tell me what is your opinion about this. Where we see people unable to control their temper. Family, thank you very much for watching this video to the end. Please like it before you leave. Subscribe for my channel if you haven't done so yet. I love you, family. Thank you. Bye.